Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So this is my first proper YouTube video and I'm coming at you with a little travel Q&A. So I put on my Instagram the other day asking you guys for some questions and I got a really good response, so let's get started. So this is probably going to be a bit of a longer video than I will be posting in the future on my channel. So if you do want to get a drink, you should definitely do so. And let's get into the questions because I do have quite a lot to get through. So the first question I have is, where's the best place you've been? So the best place that I've ever been to is definitely Australia. It was just the best experience and I absolutely loved every single second of it. What are the best ways to keep the cost low? So in terms of booking your initial trip, I'd definitely say hostels, don't book package holidays, book everything separate, and public transport everywhere, public transport. When is the best to book flights, like how far in advance? So I'd say the best time to book flights for Europe, probably about 6 months. That's your best bet if you are planning. However, if you're doing last minute, a week is also a good time. However, if you are doing long haul, I'd definitely say do it as soon as possible. So flight companies tend to release the flights 11 months before the departure date. So probably like 10 months before you want to fly is the best time to book them. Just because they're probably going to be the cheapest. Long haul flights don't tend to go cheaper the closer to the time. They do tend to get more expensive. Is there a cheapest day of the week to travel on? So from experience and research, I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays are apparently the cheapest. The next question is cheapest places to travel. So in Europe, I'm just going to go off, the question means like when you're there, when you're at the country. So Turkey, some parts of Greece, Bulgaria, Poland, they're all very cheap countries once you're there. And then most of Southeast Asia is very cheap as well once you are there. The next one is essential items to take away with you no matter where you're going. 1,000,000% a padlock on keys, because if you're staying in a hostel you will want to lock your bag away, and some hostels provide them but you do have to pay for them, so it's just easier to take one and then you know your bag's always going to be safe. Traveling as a student, how to be cost effective. So I'd say the best way to be cost effective as a student is definitely find a hostel that has like kitchen facilities. Take your own like spork type of thing and a bowl or a plate, and then use those facilities, because you're always going to be near a supermarket and there's always going to be a bag of pasta. So if you're wanting to keep the cost down whilst you're there, cook at the hostel, and public transport everywhere. Don't get taxis because they do rip you off. And also look out for free walking tours because they are amazing, and it's usually a local person so they know like really good stuff. Things you thought you'd need but didn't even use. So I was told that I'd probably need a sleeping bag liner, and I'd probably sleep in that sleeping bag liner every night. I never took it out of the packet the whole time I was away, so yeah, I mean it really does depend, because you could go somewhere and the like beds be disgusting and you want to like sleep in it, but personally I just didn't. So yeah, that was definitely one thing. Where's your favourite and least favourite place you've been? So my favourite place, like I said, is Australia. My least favourite place is definitely an island called Ios in Greece. I just didn't really have the best time, and the whole place was a bit, I don't know how to describe it, like it just wasn't my favourite place. the best websites for hotels and accommodation. So my two go-tos are definitely Hostelworld. They're amazing. You get money off when it's your birthday to like put towards your next hostel. And who doesn't want a bargain, because we are all about cheap travelling. And then Airbnb. Airbnb do have some really good deals. What places are on your bucket list? So absolute top of my bucket list is Canada. I am planning to go there next year. So yeah, that is definitely top of my bucket list. And then most of Europe, really. I really want to do the whole of Europe. As you can see behind me, I do have quite a lot to get through. I do want to do the whole of Europe before I'm 30 or before I move to Australia. Plan to move to Australia when I'm 24, so I do have 4 years to get a move on with it. So I suppose that answers the question of where you're planning to go to after Corona. So Canada. Do you miss your family when you're travelling? Honestly, no. This sounds so bad, but I just don't, because there's always FaceTime, there's always a phone call, and in the like world we live in now, like it's just so easy to like get in contact with people and you never really feel that far away from them. However, when I did go to Australia, it was a bit of a weird feeling because I'd never been that far away from home, and even though I was with my mum, I did feel a bit strange because I was leaving my dog and my great nan. So yeah, if money was no object, where would you live and why? See, I was going to say Australia for this because obviously that is where I want to live. If it was no object, somewhere like tropical, probably, like somewhere in the Caribbean or Hawaii. The next question I have is, what's your favourite thing about travelling? So my favourite thing about travelling is definitely how free you feel. The freedom of going to different places, experiencing different things, different cultures, different foods, like meeting new people. Like it's honestly just the best feeling ever. And then once you come home, it's like so sad. Somewhere you'd want to go but don't think you will ever get the chance to. That's a hard question, because I'd say to myself I'm going to go everywhere, but obviously I know that's probably not going to happen. We can dream though, we can dream. I'm going to say Bora Bora. I would love to go there, but it's just crazy expensive. Like I don't think you can do that one on a budget. Somewhere that really doesn't appeal to you. So this is probably a bit controversial, but I am going to say America. It just doesn't appeal to me really. I mean, I'd love to go to Hawaii and New York at Christmas, but any other place, any other time, it really doesn't appeal to me. Next question. Would you rather travel and do more places for less money in one trip, or a luxury all-inclusive in one country? 100,000,000% more countries for less money in one trip, just because I want to see everywhere, so, and it's cheaper, so it's just a no-brainer really. Best food you've ever had abroad? Greek food, always for me. Greek food for me too, absolutely. Like chicken souvlaki, gyros, britslava. I think that might be like Cypriot Turkish, but same area. Like the best pastries ever. That's definitely my favourite food, and I can't wait to go back and fill my face with Greek food. Your go-to aeroplane service? At the moment, I am loving EasyJet. They've just been having really good deals on, and yeah. Travelling with people or travelling solo? I think definitely travelling solo, just because it's easier to make friends. I've made some really amazing friends like when I was travelling around Greece, so definitely travelling solo. However, travelling with friends is a bit easier because you're a bit more comfortable, you're a bit more relaxed, but overall travelling solo. Favourite cocktail? Sex on the beach, no doubt about it. Beach or pool? Oh, definitely the beach, I think. Yeah, the beach. And then I have the last few. So, would you ever live abroad long term? Like I have mentioned, yes, I would, as I'd love to live in Australia. And then another one is, if you could go anywhere in the world today, where would it be? Like right now, if I could just hop on a plane somewhere, I think I'd want to go somewhere that's not got as many COVID cases, so it's a bit more normal. So probably like Aruba. It's a bit random, but yeah, let's say Aruba. So my last question is, for travelling holidays, how big of a bag do I need and how much should I pack? So I have a 65 litre rucksack, and it is like the perfect size for me. And I have packing cubes, so it like condenses all your clothes together and you just have so much more room. So yeah, I wouldn't overpack. I definitely overpacked. I didn't wear half the stuff I took with me, purely because I just get comfortable in things and then like I like to wear them. So yeah, I wouldn't overpack. Pack less, because if you pack more you will regret it, and you're the one who's got to like carry it around. So yeah, 65 litres is enough for me. So yeah, that comes to the end of my questions. So thank you very much to everyone who's asked me some questions, and thank you to everyone already for like the support and subscribers. So if you did like this video, please give me a huge thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll definitely be back with a new video soon. Thank you very much.